Why did the guard spare Song Gi-hun after he warned the players about the dangers before the first game in Squid Game? You'd think spilling those survival tips would get him eliminated, right? But here's the twist. Song Gi-hun didn't break the rule of equality. Unlike player 111 who got insider info, Song Gi-hun shared his knowledge, keeping the game fair. Fans are buzzing with theories. Was it luck or a test by the organizers? Let us know what you think in the comments. Did you catch this during the Honeycomb game in Squid Game Season 1? Just when player 456 seemed doomed, he came up with the genius strategy of licking the honeycomb. But here's the kicker, he wasn't the first to try it. If you look closely in the control room scene, you'll spot another player licking their honeycomb earlier. Mind blown. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Here are the top 5 most brutal Thanos moments in Squid Game Season 2. At number 5, Thanos stands in a group of 5 players during the Mingle game and makes a chilling move. Number 4, in the bathroom, Thanos corners player 333 with a nasty threat. At number 3, Thanos double teams player 333, ruining his only meal of the day. Number 2, the iconic moment in red light, green light when Thanos tags a player just moments after learning the game's deadly rules. And at number 1, Thanos threatens player 333 after discovering player 2122 is pregnant with a sickening remark about cutting off a finger. What do you think about these brutal moments? Let us know in the comments. In Squid Game Season 2, after 6 rounds of red light, green light, the player map in the control room looks like this. And here's why that's so powerful. Compare it to Season 1, when the map looked like this after just the first game. The difference is chilling. What do you think of this intense visual comparison? Let's discuss it in the comments. Now, let's talk about the deadliest games in Squid Game. First up, red light, green light, it wiped out 255 players, that's 55.92% of the whole crew, making it the 4th deadliest. And then there's Delona claiming 79 of 187 players, or 42.25%, landing in 7th place. Wanna know which game was the deadliest? Stay tuned for the full ranking. Let's break down the top 5 darkest betrayals in Squid Game, and trust me, these are next level backstabs. At number 5, we've got player 101 betraying player 212. Least surprising, but still savage. Number 4, Season 2's player 7, who promised his mom he'd quit, only to pick one more game. Oof, mom was not happy. At number 3, player 125's betrayal shattered all our hearts. That scene, brutal. Coming in at number 2, the ultimate shocker. Player 1, the sweet old man, betrays everyone after earning their trust over days of games. And the number 1 betrayal, let's just say it left us all saying, what the squid just happened? Did you catch this chilling moment in the Mingle game? Player 44 gets picked last, muttering, every person in here owes their life. Creepy, right? But it gets worse. In the next round, she's dropped faster than bad Wi-Fi. Then, after the round ends, she finds the group on the stairs, locks eyes with young me, and gives the creepiest slow smile ever. And just when you think it can't get weirder, boom! The unthinkable happens. Squid Game doesn't miss when it comes to nightmare fuel. In the emotional finale of Squid Game Season 2, Gun and Young B have this intense exchange. Yeah, I'm fine, just crazy. This kid, do you die before me? Kill you, dude, don't worry, I'm going to out. What seems like a wild, edgy moment, turns out they were just best friends pushing each other to be heroes. But the most heartbreaking truth? Gun was right. During the Squid Game Season 2 finale takeover, the guard has a moment of realization. He sees the frontman participating in the rebellion, but what's really going through his mind? Is it that the frontman noticed him helping Yi-hoon to save himself? Or maybe he's just thinking, I need a mask to get through this. Because let's face it, once they find out who you are, it's game over. Okay, in the English dub of Squid Game Season 2, Songun drops a line that's pretty sus. Hold on, after game 1, if we vote to go, then the prize money gets divided among us. Wait a second, did he just say among us? Are we playing Squid Game or a killer round of Among Us? Either way, that's a red flag, my friends. Alright, Squid Game fans, check this out. After the second game, when everyone's disappointed by the prize money, player 343 drops his line. This all I get. I'd make more if I let a stranger beat me up. And behind him, the front man just standing there like, that's not a bad idea. Fast forward to the next episode and, well, let's just say player 343's wish was granted in the most twisted way possible. You can't make this stuff up. Let's talk about the biggest deaths in Squid Game. At number 5, we've got player 444, Cielo. This guy barely gets any screen time, but he's walking around with a 2.02 billion W debt. At number 4, player 343, who owes 2.89 billion to W, but don't worry, the front man took care of that for him real quick. Number 3, player 6, who owes 3.1 billion to W. You think he'd be important, but nope, he's irrelevant all season. At number 2, player 100, his 10 billion to W debt is like his business card, but it wasn't enough to make him number 1. And the real champ, player 333. Not only does he owe 1.8 billion to W himself, but he's the influencer who spread 15.2 billion to W of debt to others, including 3 fellow players. Talk about a debt collector. In Squid Game Season 2, when Sung Gi-hun finally reunites with the recruiter, he's greeted with a pretty intimidating gesture. But here's a little Easter egg. This move isn't just for drama. It's a callback to where the recruiter learned it from. Trust me, once you realize the connection, it makes this moment even more chilling. Okay, in Squid Game Season 2, player 1 drops this line. I can't drink milk anyway. Sounds random, right? But hold up. If we rewind to Season 1, Gun and Il-Nom had a pretty intense moment as kids. And then Il-Nom says, my son did too. He was just like you, friend. Why bring up milk here? Is this a hidden nod to their past or a crazy coincidence? Either way, the writers aren't dropping these lines for nothing. Here's something wild from Squid Game Season 2. The recruiter's card starts with 456, Ji-hun's number in the first game. Coincidence? Fans think it marks the previous winner, but here's the kicker. Season 2 is set 3 years after those games ended. So what gives? Is it a nod to Gi-hun's impact? Or are the recruiters hiding something bigger? Whatever it is, 456 might mean more than we think. What's your take? In Squid Game Season 2, the boat captain casually drops his bomb. You know how many islands there are in a 10-kilometer radius of where I found you. Challenge accepted. South Korea has over 3,000 islands, so finding the exact one, not easy. I analyzed episode clues, mapped it out, and ran into a problem. The spot doesn't have an island. But hey, I'm a YouTuber, I'll just strategically estimate the area. Turns out there are 11 islands within a 10-kilometer radius of the likely location. Mystery solved, kind of, but seriously, Captain, where did you find Jun-ho? Alright, let's talk about the top 5 deadliest characters in Squid Game. At number 5, we have a bee. Yup, this tiny assassin kicked off a chain reaction that led to 91 murders by using Thanos' attraction to another player as bait. Brutal. Number 4, Whoa, the master of betrayal, who entered the game with one mission: stab everyone in the back, metaphorically and literally. Coming in at number 3 is DCU, the gangster with a kill streak both in and out of the arena. He's the first to take someone out by sheer force. Number 2, the fork. Yes, a dining utensil turned deadly weapon. It took down the unstoppable Thanos in a shocking Season 2 twist. And at number 1, the deadliest of them all, the front man. Heartless, ruthless, and rocking a 5-digit kill count. Oh, and don't forget he shot his own brother, chilling. So, in the second run of red light, green light, Gun goes full hero mode to save player 444. Sweet, right? But plot twist, in that exact spot 3 years earlier, Gun was the one being saved. It's like the universe said, your turn, buddy. Let's just hope he did it to honor Ali and not because karma was breathing down his neck. Either way, major upgrade from being the damsel in distress. The frontman's got that ultimate boss vibe, but guess what? He owes his power flex to accidental teamwork from Gun and Young B. First, Young B pulls a 200 IQ move, propping open the management gate with a gun so player 1 can sneak in. Because, let's face it, no mask or just no entry. Then Gun steps up and says, hey frontman, here's my last clip. You want it? And the frontman's like, oh sure, thanks bro. Moments later, player 1 tries to go full action hero on player 15, but click click, no ammo. Why? Because Gun's clip is now making the frontman the deadliest guy in the room. Moral of the story? Sometimes teamwork isn't the dream work, it's just bad luck in disguise. In Season 2, Episode 3, Goon casually drops, "I've played these games before." Sounds like bragging, right? But if you rewind all the way to Season 1, Episode 1, guess what? You can actually spot him playing red light, green light. So turns out he wasn't bluffing, just casually leaving out the part where he almost became a human target practice. Who knew Gunn had a little been there survived that energy this whole time?